In this video, we're going to be covering what is Solana. We will dive into the technology behind the project and what differs it from coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then also go into the tokenomics of it. So, who created Solana? Solana was created in 2017 by a man called Anatoly Yakovenko. Solana's price has risen drastically recently, so let's have a look into why this might be. First of all, Solana's block time is 400 milliseconds. This is incredibly fast when you look at Ethereum's block time of 10 seconds and Bitcoin's 10 minutes. Solana can also handle up to 710,000 transactions a second, which is amazing when compared to the likes of Visa's 23,666 transactions. The transaction fees are also incredibly small, coming in at 1/100th of a penny. So, what makes them so fast and cheap? Solana runs on a consensus mechanism, which means everybody agrees on what the blockchain is. This means they don't really use proof of work or proof of stake, which you see so many of the coins using. Anatoly came up with a new method called proof of history. This is basically proof of stake with the addition of time. This is a way to integrate time into the blockchain data. They use timestamps to put a date and time onto the blocks. This is done to allow fast sequencing of validators so that they know their order without having to communicate back and forth. This solves a big problem which other cryptos have, as their nodes, a fancy word for computers, have to chat back and forth constantly until they agree on a time. This needs to be done every single time they submit a block and can be really time consuming. So, proof of history allows nodes to keep making blocks to look at a later stage when validated with the timestamp. Solana finally submits this data into the blockchain. The reason Solana are able to process so many transactions is that they have 25 blocks being validated by 25 people at once. This means they can process so many more transactions at once than the likes of people like Visa. One really interesting thing that they are doing at the moment is a project called C-Level. This is basically where validators can actually run smart contracts code in a parallel way. This basically means that rather than doing a task one by one, you can do them all at once. They also have very different smart contracts when compared to the likes of Ethereum. Ethereum uses a virtual machine to run its Solidity code, while Solana uses Rust programming language. This means that there is a lot more work to create things. Developers can't just copy and paste data and dApps on projects like you can with so many other blockchains. It's all got to be done from scratch. Finally, I'm going to be going over the tokenomics of Solana. But before we do, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you've found this video useful so far, as it really helps this channel grow. So, the coin on the Solana network is called SOL, S-O-L. This is used for transaction fees all over the blockchain ecosystem, and it is both inflationary and deflationary. It is deflationary because for a long time 100% of the fee was burnt, but now it's only about 50%. However, it is also inflationary because it has an inflation schedule and an 8% staking reward. However, this is getting cut down bit by bit until the staking reward is at 1.5% in 10 years' time. The initial supply of Solana was 500 million tokens, which will keep increasing as the proof of stake rewards. There was 4 private funding rounds before the initial ICO, which sold altogether about 36% of their supply. The ICO price was at 25 cents, which is staggering considering the current price is $150. 13% of the tokens then went to the founders, 10% went to the Solana Foundation, and the remaining 39% went to fund community initiatives. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I really hope you've enjoyed this video, but more importantly, you've learned something. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe and comment what you would like me to do in the next video.